Prince Andrew, Duke of York, has long carried the reputation of being one of the most controversial figures in the British royal family, but it is often those who worked closest to him who reveal the most startling truths. Recently, a former Maid who served in his household decided to open up, providing rare insight into the daily life of working for a royal and the true behavior of Prince Andrew behind palace doors. While the public image of Andrew has at times been that of a charming prince and decorated military man, her testimony paints a far more troubling and heartbreaking picture, one of entitlement, arrogance, and a personality that left staff feeling belittled and unappreciated. According to her account, working for Prince Andrew was far from the glamorous job outsiders might imagine. She recalls how he often demanded perfection in every small detail, whether it was the precise way his clothes were pressed, the temperature of his bath water, or even the positioning of his personal belongings. Minor mistakes could trigger angry outbursts, and staff quickly learned to anticipate his moods to avoid confrontation. The maid confessed that this created an environment of constant anxiety, where employees felt as though they were walking on eggshells each day. Perhaps the most disheartening revelation was Andrew's lack of gratitude toward those serving him. While other senior royals were known to occasionally thank or acknowledge their staff, Andrew was described as rarely doing so. Instead, he carried an attitude that made workers feel invisible, as though their tireless efforts were simply expected and never worthy of recognition. This sense of entitlement deeply affected morale among the household staff, with many feeling demoralized and underappreciated despite their dedication. The maid also revealed how Andrew often acted as if the rules that governed ordinary people did not apply to him. His requests could be erratic, sometimes arriving at odd hours of the night or involving unrealistic demands that placed enormous strain on those expected to carry them out. Unlike other royals who maintained a sense of structure and routine, Andrew thrived on unpredictability, which made working under him all the more exhausting. Another striking part of her testimony involved Andrew's interactions with women. Though she did not directly address the wider scandals that have clouded his reputation in recent years, she hinted at a dismissive attitude toward female staff, treating them more as subordinates to be ordered around than as professionals deserving of respect. This environment made it difficult, particularly for younger staff members who felt intimidated and undervalued in his presence. Despite these troubling claims, the maid admitted that Andrew could turn on the charm when he wanted to impress outsiders. Guests and visitors often saw the polished version of the prince, smiling, engaging, and even charismatic. However, behind closed doors, staff were left to deal with a very different man, one who, in her words, seemed to believe the world revolved around him. This duality left many employees conflicted, as they struggled to reconcile the public image of a noble royal with the private reality of an often difficult and demanding employer. Her decision to finally speak out stems from a desire to shed light on what life was truly like inside Andrew's household. She acknowledged that while royal service comes with pressure and high standards, there is a line between high expectations and mistreatment, and she felt Andrew often crossed it. By sharing her story, she hopes the public understands the toll such behavior takes on those who dedicate their lives to serving the monarchy. In the end, the maid's revelations reinforce a truth many have suspected. Prince Andrew's privileged upbringing and position shaped a man who often struggled to balance duty with humility. For the world, these testimonies add another layer to his already tarnished legacy. For the staff who lived it, however, it was a daily reality, one that revealed a side of the prince the public was never meant to see.